While I was in Germany for Gamescom, I had the opportunity to attend the NVIDIA launch event for their new line of RTX graphics cards. At that event, I got about 15 minutes to play and record Battlefield 5 running a special RTX alpha version with ray tracing enabled. I'm going to roll some just raw gameplay for you guys of this special ray tracing build of Battlefield 5 at the time code marked right there on the screen. Before I roll that raw gameplay, I want to point out a couple of things that you guys should watch for in this footage compared to the non-RTX build of the game that I'm also showing off in a couple of different videos this week. As someone who works with 3D graphics in my full-time job, this is an exciting milestone for real-time game graphics, but it can be a little bit subtle if you don't know what to look for. For Battlefield 5, their particular implementation of ray tracing is going to be focused on the reflections. While games have gotten quite good at faking reflections, the exciting thing about ray trace reflections is they behave exactly like they do in real life. This means that objects that are off-screen, including effects like particle effects of fire and smoke and sparks, can be accurately reflected in objects that the player is looking at on their screen. Now it's true, for a lot of players that's going to be a subtle difference. You probably won't notice a huge change. But if you look at the side-by-side comparisons, the change is pretty dramatic. In my opinion, some of the best examples here are the reflections in the windows of the street and on the trolley in the middle of the street. These are some of the largest surface areas for these reflections, and those are areas where they could actually affect gameplay. If, for example, you're looking down a street with lots of windows, and an enemy comes out of an alleyway to your left, you might actually spot him in a reflection before he even turns the corner. This is still a very early version of this technology, but it is definitely very exciting, and I agree with the Battlefield 5 engineer David Sirland when he says that within a generation or two, this ray tracing technology is going to be standard in just about every game. Correctly ray traced lighting and real-time reflections are going to be something that we take for granted in a generation or two in game development time. It'll be like the switch to real-time lighting and real-time shadows. It'll be a background effect that is just there and just works. For now though, it's an exciting advancement, even if it is a subtle one for most gamers. Here's a few quick notes on performance as well. The frame rate definitely varied from, I would say, the mid to upper 40s on to 60 and back and forth pretty constantly, with a bit of hitching and stuttering here and there as well. After speaking with other people who had played before me, however, they said that the earlier playtests, right after the announcement livestream was concluded, performed a lot better, and that as the night went on, performance was dropping as the computers just ran for a long time with everyone recording their footage, and it really seemed like the servers and the individual clients could just use a restart. This was at 1080p as well, so there will be a definite performance hit if you choose to use ray tracing, but the devs did seem quite confident that the performance issues will not be seen in the final version of the game. From what I heard, DICE has only had this hardware in their hands to work on this build of the game for about a month or so odds are performance is going to improve compared to what I saw. For now guys, I'm going to go ahead and roll that footage. Make sure that you watch for those reflections, and occasionally in the gameplay, I'll rewind something or zoom in briefly just so you guys can see a real-world example of this ray tracing in action.
It's you.
Get the bastards off me!
We have taken objective Charlie. Objective Dog has been lost.
The enemy has the objective!
Ranger, over there!
Capture the bloody objective!
That's a grenade!
Thank you, soldier. First aid.
Heads up, we're losing objective easy.
They're here! Defend like lions!
Now lost objective Able. We now have control of objective Able. Nice job. Objective Charlie is ours.
We have the objective! Hey, old pal.
Soldiers, we have lost objective Able.
Our objective!
Charlie has been lost. Be aware we have lost objective dog.
Eat lead!
We have lost objective Baker.
Someone help!
Back to the fray.
Why would you want to die?
Objective easy is ours now.